Hey, what's up? This is Marcus Washington with Washington Wellness, operating out of Body District here in Addison, and this is going over duck foot. Now, don't take offense to this, because a lot of y'all out there walk around with externally rotated toes, which in the medical world, they refer to it as duck foot. Now, here's the reason why that happens. You have a joint deep right up under your L5 called your SI joint. Now, if you're wondering where the SI joint is exactly, it stands for the sacroiliac joint. It is literally the femur bone connecting to the hip. That's our pattern. And a lot of times what happens if the hip flexors become weak, it's related to, in the previous video I explained, the psoas minor, which is deep inside of the vertebrae, and the psoas major. Those are two muscle groups close to the vertebrae. That's causing this underlying issue. So basically, if you're suffering from this chronic condition, you need to, first of all, identify for myofascial release, and then second of all, re-strengthen that area. So when I talk about duck foot, if you literally walk around like this, and when you walk, your toes do this. This is my daily walking pattern. Well, when you're walking, you're stressing the ligaments in your knees, and it's not actually knee, it's a function of your SI joint. Now, what are the muscles around there? You have your SI joint, you have your TFL, tensor fascia lata, which I'm going to explain here in a second, which is right on the side. If you can feel where that ball and socket joint is, it's a muscle right outside on the top of the quad. And then lastly, the medial glute. Now in this video, go back to some previous videos that I've recorded before, and I've gone over how to fix tight glutes, how to activate the medial glute. Sorry, excuse me, the lights in my eyes. Anyways, so the first thing that we want to assess is, of course, the release. So releasing the hip flexors, you want to hold this pose. You can do this at the house. If you start just doing this at the house for maybe a minute a day on each leg for 3 sets, you can start to feel a lot of release. So when you're holding this position, kneeling, notice that I'm not hyperextending my condition. I'm keeping my hip in, and I'm aligning this. So hold this position for about a minute per side first. We release the soft tissue first, we strengthen it second. That's my band, we'll go with that in a second. 2, TFL release, so tensor fascia lata. Now, if you don't have a crossbar, you can do this with the tennis ball. If you have a pretty severe case of this, I suggest that you start with the tennis ball. I'm going to demonstrate with a crossball. So all I'm going to do is lay on my side. I'm going to put this ball right up underneath the ball and socket joint. I'm going to lay on it. And I'm going to flatten here. And all I'm going to do is bring my leg up off the ground. Oh God. And I'm going to press back into it. Now if this bothers you too much, just kind of just lay here and sink your hips into the ball. Now remember, when we're doing fascia release techniques, you don't need to go move your hips back and forth across the ball. Remember that our fibers, even in the legs, move up and down. So from here, just kind of just bring the leg off the ground. That hurts like hell. This is uncomfortable. And then release it. Bring it up. And then release it. Cool, so that's your TFL release. Now, do not go over 1 minute sitting on that ball, because remember, once again, your muscles, it's like the ocean. Which way does the ocean move? Towards the shore? It moves forward and it goes back. It moves in one pattern mostly, right? Your muscles are the same way. 2, so we went over stretching, releasing. 3, tubing. You can get the tubes off of Amazon. I know. So you want to grab the tube in here, step through like so, and keep it side on your knees, and then from here, walk it laterally. Now what we're doing is we're strengthening the IC bands, and we're strengthening the outside of the hips, the TFL. Now remember, during duck foot, our foot is externally rotated, and so we don't necessarily want to make the condition worse by squatting or pushing hard on heavy weight in that direction. We don't want to release the fascia first, and then activate it second. Unless, if you don't have a box here, you can do these on the couch at the house. This is just your single leg hip raise. So all I'm going to do is lay down on my backside, and then start from here, keep the hips up very nice and high. Now I'm going to demonstrate 2 versions of the hip raise. So one, you want to keep your glutes locked out Arms out wide to say, helps you expand your ribcage. Drop your hips down. And then push up. Pause for 2 seconds at the top. Remember to keep your toes pointed up in there. This helps you engage your glutes more. Drop the hips down. Push back up. Now, if you're advanced, you can go single legs, add a little bit more load. Keep the opposite knee up. So then drop the hips down. Push up. Drop the hips down. Push up. Notice that I'm still keeping my toe pointed up in the air. Now, rep count wise, if you're a beginner, do not go over 2 reps at a time. And if you're doing this right, and if you start to burn, you get a lot of good activation out of your glutes. Almost slipped there. Cool? Anyways, those are just some, remember to release the soft tissue first, 2, strengthen those areas, and then eventually over time, repeating it in a pattern will help you fix your duck foot. Alright, cool? Thanks. If you like this video and you found it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to my page at Washington Wellness. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day.